Hey everyone, welcome back to Donald Farm. I'm Billy the Bald-Headed Beekeeper. Today I'm kind of showing y'all some progress I've made on a pole barn I'm building. Eventually, when I get this built, get my travel trailer up under it, some stuff out of my shop, I want to build a honey house inside my shop. I have it air conditioned and all that. Any of y'all that's extracted honey during the summer know it's extremely hot if you don't have somewhere cool to work. So that's the plan. I'm going to take y'all along on the progress of the pole barn as I go. I'm doing it all by myself. So it's going to take a while, but probably each video I'll, add a little snippet of this and, show the progress as I go along. Hopefully later today we'll get into the beehives, show you the paperless combine we did a few weeks ago, see how they're doing. Also caught a swarm at work the other day. We're going to be treating it for mites before they get brooded up. So anyway, y'all just stick around, check out the progress. We'll see how it goes. So what I've got done so far is that center post right there is set. It's concreted in yesterday. So I'm starting to work on that one, getting it level, plumb, off my string lines where it needs to be. And then I'll move down to them last two. I had the auger on the tractor. I've already got my holes dug for this side. I'll probably have to widen them out with the post hole diggers. But it's, a work in progress. I went and got my trusses yesterday. Got the rest of my poles. So I'm ready to just get after it. It's going to get hot today, so I need to make sure I'm drinking plenty of water. I'll probably video some of the what I'm doing. When I post a video, I'll fast forward it. Cotton picking chickens is going in my shop over there, aggravating things. Anyway, y'all stick around. Today I'm going to be showing y'all how I make my comb honey. I've got some wedge top split bottom frames here. These are the ones that I made comb honey with last year. Sometimes I will just put this straight back in the hive, let them build completely. And then sometimes I give them some surplus thin wax starter strips. But anyway, I'll show you what I do. First off, I put me a piece of paper down over my table because I want this clean. I don't want any kind of contaminants getting on it. This is just some peach butcher paper that I use when I smoke my briskets and stuff. But it works pretty good. But I'll clean it off, brush extra wax and all off as I go. What I do first is I'll take this wedge piece off. It's pretty easy. It's just got staples in it. So I'll ease them out. Like that. Any excess wax that's on it, I'll peel off from the old starter strip. And of course, I will save that to put back in my melted stuff to wax frames with. Okay, so I got that. I want to make sure that this bottom is clean. That groove right there, I want to make sure it's clean so the new wax can go down in there. Sometimes it's propolis, sometimes it's wax. You got to be careful now not to break everything. And sometimes it's a little bit difficult to do. Like I say, sometimes it's propolis. When it's propolis, it's hard. As you a good bit of propolis right there. They ain't wanting to come out. Okay, now that's cleaned up. Again, I'll save all this wax. Melt it down to wax my frames. Okay, so you got this thin wax surplus. No wires in it, it's just thin wax. Okay, so what you have to do sometimes is cut the corners off so it'll fit down in the split real easy. So I just take my pocket knife and I just run down the edge and just at an angle, cut the corners off. Like so. Now, with the cut off corners down, I will slide it down in the split bottom. Takes a little practice. This stuff is will bend all over the place, so takes a minute to get it in there. There. Okay, so now it's down in there. Make sure it's kind of good and straight, not bowed. I like to take this piece and knock the staples back down in them. Like so. There. Now, I'll put this piece back in here. You want to make sure it's good and tight. That'll help keep the cone good and straight. I'll kind of move around on this side so y'all can see a little bit better. I'll push this side in, hammer it back in. Push that in real tight. Hammer it back in. I'll finish it in just a second. There. Be careful not to damage the cone. Put a little dent in it right there, but it'll be all right. So I'll just clean the sides off right here if you can see it sticking out. So, but there's that one. Now what I'll also do to save on the wax foundation is I will cut a strip in half. Taking the wedge out. Nice and easy, don't want to break it. There. Again, I'll take all this surplus wax off from the last time. Okay, so this time I am going to clean the side, so hopefully it'll see how sticky it is, but propolis, but I'll clean this side off. So it'll sit nice and flush. Not worried about getting all of it because this piece is going to be just half of it. So, don't need to clean the bottom. Okay, now clean this off, make sure it's good and clean. See, I don't want any contaminants in my comb, honey, at all. So I do my best. Even though the bees will clean it up, I still don't want any in there. So we're gonna get another sheet. And what I'm going to do, I'm gonna lay this on here roughly halfway. Get it straight as I can. Guys, it ain't gotta be perfect. We're not building a watch. We're just making something for the bees. Again, I'll use my pocket knife. And what I like to do is start in the middle and drag it out. If you start at the end, sometimes it'll roll up and damage your comb. So just start at the middle and go out. Any kind of straight edge will work. And so there, now I got two pieces. Of cut comb. So I'll take my frame. I always like to cover this back up. Again, I don't want any contaminants on it from bouncing around on the table or anything. So then I will take this and I will just lay it in here like so. Okay. Then you take your wedge, and you place your wedge in there good and tight. Good and tight. Okay. And again, make sure that wedge is good and tight in there. Bump the. Don't worry about your bags flopping around a little bit. Right now, we'll straighten that up. We're going to put it in the hive. You don't want to damage it, but there. Now, like I say, you can push it around, straighten it up. Warm as it is right now, once it gets in the hive and gets a little warmth to it, it'll straighten up on its own. So we'll go ahead and do one more. So since I already got that piece of wax cut, and then we're going to get in the hive I got them in. I have got one, all these are shallow frames, and I've got one shallow box that I use for comb honey. One shallow box. Is good for 40 boxes of cut comb. Now my cut comb is roughly 4.5 inches by 4.5 inches. I've got a comb cutter. that you can buy, you know, just about at any bee supply store. Get the wax off of that and do it. And I'll make a video of that, you know, later on down the road. Make sure they're good and tight. And see, pretty straight. So you bump it around a little bit, and anyway, that's it for how I make up my comb honey. And now we're fixing to go out and get into the hive that I've already got some in, see how they're doing. And if some are ready, I'll pull them out and put these in there to keep going. So stay tuned. All right, so under this lid is my shallow box with the comb honey in it. I don't like using a lot of smoke because it can put a smoky flavor into your honey. So I'm gonna try not to use a lot of smoke. If I get in one there, I will, but I tell you what, they're not really doing a whole lot in here. We're gonna take some off. These here, like I say, some of it has foundation, some of it don't. Let's see what they're doing. It looks like they're doing a whole lot to this one right here. Let's go ahead and take it out. Well, they're drawing it a little bit. They've also been eating on it. You see how they eat holes out in it? They'll also do that to wired wax foundation, I found. So anyway, it don't look like it's going to be taking too much, if anything. Pull one out. I mean, they're drawing it. These just packing some honey there. Look at another one. Try not to damage it, because again, I'll cut this and actually make my comb honey out of it. I don't want it damaged. Again, they're packing it. They're starting to cap that one. But again, still not ready to take at all. Keep on looking. Had people asking for some comb honey, so it would be nice to be able to have at least one. Okay, this one looks like it's ready. Put my hive tool down. I don't want to damage it. Like I say, there. You can see that's capped over completely. That side's capped over completely. So we're going to shake the bees off. Well, my phone overheated and cut out on me, but anyway, that's the way we do my comb honey. Maybe I'll get a chance to show you how I cut it, but I'll put it in the freezer for a few days to kill any wax, moth, larvae, eggs, or hive beetle eggs. Hope you like this video. If you do, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. We'll see you next time.